Okay, we are getting attendees right now. So fine.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. From Upgrad for the digital marketing program with Micah, and we have Gokuldas today as our speaker. So about 41 of them have started joining in. We'll just wait for another 1 minute, Gokuldas, and then we can start off with the session for the
Yeah.
same. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Just give a minute. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
And I can go ahead and present the screen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You can. You can.
I think you need to give me access. I'm not able to.
Just a second.
Sure.
I've made you the co-host.
Yeah, I'm able to now. Just
Okay,
give me a
perfect.
second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Okay, I'll go on presentation mode. Just give a minute or two.
Okay. So I guess we can start off with the session. There are about 53 attendees already for our session today. So over to
Mhm.
you, Gokuldas. You can take ahead from here.
Sure. I also see a poll which is getting updated. Just give a second. Let me see what's the experience of the people so that I can
Sure.
place the webinar accordingly. Okay, I think we have most of us are in the 0 to 2 years of experience, and rest is 3 to 10. Okay, great, cool. And you can see my screen, right, Neha? And hear me well,
Yeah. You
right?
are visible, and so is your screen.
Perfect, cool. Thanks, Neha, and thanks for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. I am Gokul Das. I am part of Swiggy. I lead growth and acquisition at Swiggy. Been working with Swiggy for the last 5 to 5.5 years. Been started handling from digital marketing performance and currently managing the growth and acquisition at Swiggy. So yeah, I think in short, that's what about me. I think without wasting a minute, we'll jump into today's topic. So today, we thought we'll go on and discuss about all about landing page, basically understanding uh, about landing page and how important a landing page is for a business, how important a landing page is for a marketer, and how do they use, what are the best practices, tips and tricks in terms of using landing page. So that's short about what today's topic is. You can always post your questions in the Q&A, and I'll take up the questions at the end.
Sure. Gokuldas, we can keep the Q&A session towards the end. For now, we can
Yes,
just
yes,
yeah, totally.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So today's agenda is this. I'm gonna cover about 5 points about landing page. Start with what is actually landing page, trying to help to understand what is landing page and how does it use. Different types of landing pages that we're gonna cover today, and a little bit stressing a little bit about why marketers use landing pages, and why should you as a marketer should use a landing page in your business or in your company that you have been currently part of or in your future. And then talking about a little bit of what makes a good landing page and what to include, what to avoid, a little bit of best practices that required for a landing page. And then I'll end up this presentation with giving a slightly a broader view of few things that keep in mind to make a successful campaign, a marketing campaign, right? And then followed by Q&A for the last 10 minutes. Cool. I hope that's clear to everyone. And moving ahead with the presentation, we'll start with what is a landing page, right? Very simple. There is no confusion. There is no complexity around it. It is It is nothing. It is basically a single web page that would have gone through in your when you have visited an ad, clicked on an ad, or clicked on a particular link that you received or a blog post that you received. These are single web pages, not the website. Uh, and what is the and it has a sole purpose. It has only one purpose, right? While homepage or while a website has a lot of other purposes to serve, a landing page is nothing. It has a single web page and it has a sole purpose, one single purpose to solve. And the purpose of a landing page is simple as this: basically you're getting a set of visitors, making them take an action, right? That's it. Just one action. That's all the expectation. That's all the purpose of a landing page, and that's called landing page basically. Right, and I'll talk about few pointers which help you understand a little more about landing page and clear your some of your doubts on your head. Uh, First thing is, landing pages are standalone pages, not a home page. So everyone have this in your mind. Maybe you're thinking through it right now, saying that what is it very different from a home page? Isn't a home page itself a website? Home page itself is a landing page. No, so that's not correct. Landing page is a standalone page which is apart from your home page. And like I mentioned, homepage will have a lot more other objectives rather than just have one objective in place, right? Where homepage you can go to go and read about a different services within that company through a homepage. We can access about reading about a company, or can access about reading about their performance or results or their contact us button. So multiple things comes under homepage, right? You can see different tabs, multiple action items. Whereas landing page have only one thing. There can be different set of objectives, but at one point of time there can be only one objective, right? Can be served, and that's what landing page. So it's not home page. It is always a standalone and different page. And like I mentioned, landing page is not one. At it can be in multiples. It's not just one, right? But at one point of time, at a particular campaign, for a particular campaign, it has to be one. But landing page can be multiple, and it should be multiples. Depends upon your objective, depends upon your campaign, depends upon your targeting audience. It can be created. So a particular a company can have 10 and hundreds of landing pages, depends upon the campaign that you are running, right? So yeah, so that's one more of clarification of what is landing page. And third is landing pages are used to trade things, right? When I say trade, uh, a customer is coming to seek a value. If your customer is a potential customer is coming and finding out, to get something out of it, right? And you have to give something to that customer. So it's like a trading. You, for example, a landing page is giving an offer, a 10% offer, and the customer is signing up an email ID. He is providing an email ID and phone number, and you are in back you are giving them a offer which can used somewhere else, or you are giving them an ebook or a PDF that helps them, whatever topic and it can be, right? You are giving them that. It can be a recent research that we have done, or it can be a results of a particular thing which can be learning for a customer in other way, and the customer is giving you a particular email ID and a phone number of his to get that PDF in place. So it's a trade. So it has to be always, if you have to get something, if you have to meet some objective, which is even it be a lead generation or clicking on a link, you are getting something from customer. At the same time, you are giving a value back to the customer, and that's how the trade happens, right? So keep that in mind whenever you think about a landing page. Fourth one is, it is always a follow-up of the promises that you have made on your content. How does a customer come to your landing page? Either he have seen a Facebook ad, or either he have clicked on a Google ad, or maybe a blog post, or somebody has forwarded, right? And what makes them to click on that particular link? Because they have seen a particular content or an ad which makes them interesting to click on that. Why they are interested? Because they are really looking for a particular service or a product, right? Maybe I'm looking for an insurance or a health insurance, and I got to see buy health insurance, right? And I clicked on it. When I go inside there, if you talk about something else, completely gone out of the topic, and they it sponsors of, right? So landing page needs to be in in tandem with what your ad talks about. It has to be as similar as that, because customer comes with a particular intent, a set of intent, right? And that intent needs to be throughout the journey of a customer till the time he submits your uh, information. So that's the fourth point. And end of the day, basically, we got all this in place and making them a visitor to this landing page and signing up visitor. And end of the day, landing pages serves a sole purpose of making them as a customer in the sense either he's signed up for your newsletter, either he have purchased, or he just given you a phone number so that he can call you back. In all of the sense, sometimes a sale can also can occur, right? So the whole idea is end of the day to make them part of our journey, or make them part of our business. And that is important. Otherwise, just come and read and go doesn't really help, right? So picking a visitor to becoming a customer is the key part of a landing page. A quick check on questions if there are. Okay, not many. I'll move into the next one. Cool. So the second part of this webinar is going to talk about different. Okay, I think I've missed one thing. So I don't know how many of them have taken a look at this image, and I'm not sure if everyone got to and realize that the image over here is actually a landing page. This is actually a landing page which is being done by a company called Squarespace. They are basically into website designing and development, and a lot of them would have by now by thinking, can this be actually a landing page? Doesn't look like it, just looks like an image. That's the exact purpose of it, right? While a lot of us think, can this actually convert an user to get a email ID phone number? Yes, it is. It's only happens because if I actually looking for that particular service, then I understand this concept, because it's keeping it very simple, saying that I am looking for a web design and I don't want any complication. I don't want to understand what backend codes are, how the designing is done, but I'm looking at a clean, sharp, focused website designing, and that's what it says. Just come and join us, right? So that's the confidence that landing page is giving, and that's how the landing page should look like. Moving on. Second topic, the second part of this is different types of landing pages that you would have come across, and what is available basis your business needs. You can use different types of landing pages, right? So basically, like I mentioned earlier, landing pages enable you to complete a post-click sequence. You see an ad and then you come on to a landing page which is dedicated for that particular visitor who has a particular intent to for a particular intent to come to that site, right? And making them land onto the right place. So once you design a campaign, once you know a target audience, what is the intent of a customer, you design a landing page which is the right place for a customer to land, right? So, and that is why there are different types of landing pages to make that right place, right? So just walk you through different types of landing pages. These are the ones. The first one is lead generation landing page. I don't think I have to explain anybody. You all know what is a lead generation. Basically, it stands for collecting the leads, right? A landing page built to tell that, okay, I'm an insurance company. You can get this insurance. Submit your leads through email ID and phone number, and finish it off. So and just collect the leads there, right? Second one is click-through landing pages. So the idea of this landing page is to, you know, take a visitor to another page. For example, rather than taking a user to a direct shopping cart or a homepage of a particular e-commerce, while e-commerce mostly they drive to homepage, but still, if there are specific campaigns or specific products that you really think need more attention, you can create landing pages and ask that user to click on that particular landing page and take into a particular product page in the e-commerce, right? That's one example. There can be many other things. It can take into a video, or it can take into any other thing, which is basically idea is to make a click in that particular landing page is called click through, right? Cool. Next one is the squeeze page. Squeeze page is nothing. Basically, you have only one object, one single thing that you can collect from here. You can only idea is to just collect either an email ID or a phone number or anything. Just keep it very simple to the point, saying that you this is the page, this is what I get. Just give this or just sign up for this, and you just ask only email ID. Where, for example, versus another insurance company taking the same example of insurance, there in a lead generation where there can be 6 different field in terms of name, phone number, what sort of insurance you are looking at, what is your age, etc., and then fill up. Right here, squeeze page is nothing. It just asks for a one particular detail. Right? If you want to do that, and that's called as squeeze page. Fourth one is sales page. Like the name itself says that it's to drive the sales. Within a landing page, you can have your product and have your details and get them to purchase within that landing page is called sales page. Fifth one is information. Basically, all the information that you want to provide, right? For example, if through an infographics or through a video or through any other rich media that you want to use, try to keep it. Basically, these are landing pages which you want to convey an information to a particular user, and they just consume that particular content and finish there, right? So that's called information. The sixth one is splash. Splash is nothing. It's basically, what do I say? It's a kind of a verification landing page where uh, for example, I would have signed up for I would have using a particular service of a company, right? For example, take an Uber, right? I would have already signed up, but for example, I have not given verified my phone number, or I've not verified my age or gender. They just send a mail asking to verify this. It's just a verification. Are you saying is it male or female, or are you in this age? Just click on that. It can be like an yes or no button for splash, right? Or you just click on that and verify. That's it. That's called flash. Seventh one is viral landing pages, where same like Facebook post or any of your viral content that you're putting up on social media, you are publishing into through a landing page. It's like creating a lot of a buzz content, which can it can be through animation, it can be through video, or it can be through any form of creativity. But end of the day, it's a landing page that can go viral. It can create buzz around users through an engaging format. Is called viral landing page. And the last one is microsites, which I'm sure most of would have heard about this microsites, because we create the microsites for a specific campaign, right? It's a very campaign specific landing pages. For example, Diwali is coming and you want to create some sort of campaign around celebrating Diwali, right, or even Holi, etc. Those, and coming up with a particular idea, right, and that idea can't be communicated through your website or can't be communicated through a particular only one video. So it has to be a microsite. There may be a game which is associated with that microsite where you can play and get a reward. All that can be considered as a microsite. So yeah, so these are the some of the there are many, but I think I thought of covering some of the top landing pages. I also encourage you to take a look at the image on the right side. It's a gaming app. What does it basically says is uh, it for example, you would have when you sign up for when you actually install in a game app or any other app, the job that landing page does is the same thing that generally these apps do. Basically, in the first 30 seconds, it deliver a value. For example, if you just read the text inside that particular image, it says "Welcome to boot camp, soldier. Learn quick. We need you to out there." It just creates a curiosity, saying that as soon as you install the app, without figuring out rest of the things in terms of how to play, where is the settings button, where is the buy button, where is the how can I select soldiers, those are all distractions, right? It just tells the curiosity in that, hey, out there is a war happening, there is a game happening, go and play there. Right, that's the kind of message it delivers, and you just give a one or two informations and move ahead quickly, right? And that message is the value in that first phase a user is looking at, saying that it generates that curiosity. It gives what exactly the user is looking at. I wanted to play and it's there out there. If I click on this button, I'll get inside the room to play, right? That's the thing. And what it basically says is deliver the value quickly as possible, and then unpack the complexity slowly. What does it mean is, and that's exactly what landing pages does. You collect the information, you tell the value immediately within that first few seconds, and done. You get the leads. Later you can go and talk to them and tell them other things which are required. Same example of insurance, where for example, I'm looking for a 10K premium, yearly premium health insurance, right? And I got to see an ad saying that you can buy health insurance. Landing page says health insurance with 10K. You submit the lead, right? While at the same time, if you have shown a home page which includes health insurance, vehicle insurance, other insurance, you can buy 10 set of premiums. You get distracted, right? So you know the target audience, you know what is his expectation. You show that ad, you show that landing page, deliver the value quickly, get the details in hand. Now he is confident. Now you can call him back and tell that there are multiple other premiums also, a lot of other terms and conditions. Everything can be unpacked later. By the time customer already has a confidence because you delivered it on time. So that's what this image is basically talking about. Cool. Moving to the third page. So here what I'm gonna talk about is why should a marketer use a landing page, and why basically the marketers or digital marketers use landing page, right? Same thing, it has a single purpose, a single message, a single call to action, and that serves the purpose and that serves the need, right? So marketers generally use landing page to basically one thing. While your homepage, website, or shop, your e-card, everything can end of the day is to get a conversion. Landing pages can enhance or amplify the chances of conversion. It improves the chances of converting a user much in a higher probability than any other uh, website or any other pages, and that's why marketers use the uh, landing page. And so I'll add a few more pointers along with that to help you understand why marketers use and why should you use. The first thing is, like I think I already covered this. It's a bridge between the ad and brand, right? So you see an ad, which what exactly the customer is looking for, and they clicked on it, and then they're taken to the brand, and the brand has to keep specific to what the user is thinking and what the user is expecting out of it, right? So you can't talk about rest of things, right? So it's a bridge between the brand and ad, and then later it takes to the bigger details of the brand. And landing page is needs to be used because you may be having only one service, right? Only insurance. It's taking the same example, but you will have a customer who is millennial. You will also have a customer who is 80 year old. You can't talk in the same language. You need to talk differently. You can't use the same landing page. You need to use different landing page. And so you segment your customers and create different landing pages, right? So again, while your website again serves for all these things, it has every details, and that creates distraction, right? And that's why landing pages are used. Thirdly, no doubt about it, landing pages is the easiest way of generating leads than any other form of uh, pages. The landing pages can easily generate leads, and that is very important for any sort of business, right? Fourth one is you have give, basically it says give your offer a place to live, right? Offer in the sense it's not just about a 10% or a 20% offer I'm talking about. It's the value that your company or that you're giving to the customers, right? So and every value is communicated in such a way that fits for that customer. So talk that value, have place that value, make that value live in such a way that it connect with the customer. It's a place to that it's a place to communicate that value clearly to the customer than any other place. At the end of the day, giving other channels, like now we use email marketing, we use SMS marketing, many other marketing channels we use, right? But all of that has its own marketing. It's all a way of identifying the customer. Email ID, you need an email ID to reach out to customers. You can buy email IDs, but you don't know the intent of the customer. You just blast it. It becomes spammy. So basically, these lead generations or these landing pages can fuel your other marketing channels either by giving them an email ID or a phone number, or by creating a pool of remarketing audience for a Facebook ads. A lot of other ways you can reach out to the high intent marketers. Neha, quick check. Are there any questions that I need to answer now before I move into the next page?
Sure. So we have questions, Gokuldas. So before you move ahead, I'll just put that forward.
Sure.
So first is, what's the difference between a standalone page and a landing page?
No, there is no difference. Landing page. I don't think I have mentioned in that way. Standalone
Mhm.
page and the landing page is same, but standalone page and the home page is different. So
Okay.
yeah, there's no difference.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
So Ankit's question has been answered. Going on to Gokuldas, I guess you are freezed. I guess so. Okay, until Gokuldas enters the meeting again, very quickly for everyone regarding the program, if you have any questions or queries for Micah, we can take that up ahead on the page. Are the landing pages paid? So again, when it depends. Not all the landing pages are paid. It completely depends, because it cannot be organic, because page is via certain thing, right? So if you are on, say, Nika app and you're getting an Amazon link, you're clicking on it, right? So Amazon is obviously paying to click on, to land up on the landing page. It cannot be organic. Organic is generally wherein you go on Google and the algorithms are right, and it's not paid, certainly. So you can say landing pages are paid. Is it essential to have website for landing page? Certainly yes. Sukriti, how long can they be active? So what I'll do is, on these questions,
Uh,
that
Sorry,
yeah,
my net got disconnected. I'm really sorry for
yeah,
the
that's
inconvenience. I hope you can hear me now.
yeah, I can hear you. If you want, maybe what you can do is switch off your video for like 5 or 10 minutes. Even that would work.
Sure, I think I'll switch off the video for now. Are there more
Yeah.
questions which I need to take up
Yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah. There are. I will just put that forward to you. So standalone page thing was covered. Coming on to which the other question is, where do landing pages reside? I believe certain time the website, but otherwise, where are they exactly there? By Sukriti.
Yeah, so Kriti, so it can be in any, it can be both the places. Landing pages are nothing. It's can be in your same domain. It's just another page, right? It's not listed under your website. It can be a page with a different URL, and that URL need not be there on your website, because it is communicating through your campaigns, right? So it can either resort on your website. If you don't have a website, you can use another. You can put it on any other the hosting websites, the hosting domains, and I mean both the places. It not need not necessarily to be in website.
Okay. The other question is it essential to have website for a landing page?
No, not really. You don't need to
Not
be.
really.
Yeah.
Okay. How long can they be active? So Sukriti,
Depends.
how long
Yeah.
can they be active? Can you elaborate this question?
It depends
Okay.
upon your business basically, and in your needs. For example, you are running a particular campaign. For example, assume that you are going to run a 10 percentage off for the next 1 month for till end of the June 31st, right? And that campaign, and you're going to promote that campaign through Facebook or email marketing, etc. All you need is you need to, and that offer will get end of that month. So you can keep an expiry by end of the month and give it a buffer for a few more days, so that you can collect your leads. After you're done with that, you can stop marketing it. You don't have to really remove that. If there is a hosting charges, you can remove it either, both.
Okay. Coming on to, are these landing pages paid always?
To host a landing pages, you'll have to pay. Yes,
Right.
it is always paid.
Yeah. Cool. Going on to, landing pages can also be a particular social media post.
Uh, I won't say yes to that because social media is always post is always in the middle of multiple other posts, right? So it's always a distraction. While that acts as a landing page to a certain extent, but I would refrain from saying no that because it won't really help you get attention only to that particular post, right? So it's about driving attention to a particular content rather than multiple content on top and below.
Okay, okay, got it. Can we directly run this campaign through Facebook also?
Yes, you can promote it anywhere. I mean, if you think your customer audience customers are on Facebook, you should promote there and get that visitor to the landing page. Yes, you can.
Is landing page and home page the same?
No, it's not. It's different. Homepage is your website homepage, which can have multiple informations. Landing page is one single information about a campaign that you are promoting.
And landing page certainly, Google does. It can be the website or the home page also, right? It's not mandatory that you have to land up to one specific, maybe a product or a information, right? I can even click on the URL and just drive the traffic to the website directly, right?
So landing pages can be anything. Landing pages in a true meaning, it means a visitor is a particular visitor landing a page is whatever the page can be is called as landing page. But in this context, which I'm talking in the webinar today, landing pages are you can think in a meaning such a way that it is a specific page. You think
Mhm.
about a specific page because it want to serve a particular it want to
Okay,
solve a particular problem, right? So
right.
otherwise, any page is a landing page.
Okay, got it. The next question is, what's the difference between lead generation and click through landing page?
Lead generation landing pages are basically to collect a lead in the sense either a customer is submitting an email ID or a phone number. Click throughs are, for example, think about uh, uh, e-commerce site which have only e-commerce site, not e-commerce site, a particular vendor who has only one product to sell. He may not be hosting a pure. He may be just available on InstaMojo, which doesn't have a pure e-commerce built, right? So you can build a landing page and then provide a link to go and make the payment end. He has only a payment link, nothing else, no other description or no other shopping cart, right? So you can't afford an entire shopping cart, so build a landing page and give a link. That is called that clicking that link is called click through landing pages.
Okay. How do you create the landing page?
You need to work with a developer. You can, I mean, there are two ways. If you wanna, the one is by self-serve. I mean, if you're a developer, you can create yourself. There are multiple websites which provides easy creating, like like a Shopify or not Shopify. Um, can't remember. I can't recollect the names. But there are multiple vendors who can. It's like a plug and play, like a WordPress, right? Where you can go and just plug and play the image, put your images, put your content, and create a landing page. Same time, a developer also can help you in developing it.
Okay, okay, got it. Uh, how do you decide which page should be your landing page?
Uh, I think the question comes from thinking about out of all the pages from website, which one you can think from a landing page. You can do in that fashion as well, but it's all depends upon. I think I'll cover that point in the coming slides. It'll be a little more
Oh,
clear about it. Yeah,
yeah, totally. So maybe we can take it
we
forward.
can we can go through the
Yeah,
yeah. Okay. And you can see my screen again.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. So moving to the next part, here I will talk about what makes a good landing page, right, and what to include and what to avoid. So before I get into the specifics of what to include and what to avoid, but these are basically the specifics which I think is important. While there are many things up in the specific, these things just important. But just to keep in your mind, the a good landing page can be developed only if you know that what is your need. So the above question which I've put is solely depends upon your needs. Without you understanding what is your new need, without you understanding what is your target audience, your objective, there's no way we can come up with a good landing page, right? So keep that in mind. I'll go to the specifics. So these are the top things which I think it's need to include. One is second. One is keep it be specific. When I say specific, I already touched upon this. Keep it customer focused, right? You have different services or you have different products, but a landing page serves only for a particular need, a particular type of customer, a particular type of product, right? So keep very specific in terms of the content, the image, the call to action, everything that you use need to be very specific to that customer and very specific to the offer that you are providing to the customer. That is that, otherwise it doesn't become a landing page itself, right? So be very specific. Second is focused and free of distractions. Focus in the sense, keep the end goal in mind, right? The end goal can be collecting a leads, or end goal can be a clicking a link, or end goal can be buying a product, right? So develop your landing page in this by keeping in mind what is your end goal, and do not need to keep a lot of things to tell what a customer, to make that decision, right? Keep it simple, straightforward, clean, and then keep that end goal in mind, right? Third one, by the point itself, you would have already understand. It's keep it the best header, keep it the best images, which ensure that the user gets attention in that landing page, rather than keeping, little buzzy, or I mean, it's not very clear images, or confusing content in the landing page. Keep it the best out of it. They're also not intimidating. Basically, do not keep lengthy forms or like a paragraph of content, an essay to write in the landing page where the user have to read everything to understand what you are offering, right? Keep that smart, keep it short. People who understand within few seconds, they need to understand, right? And the fifth one is, I've seen a lot of landing pages try forgetting to capture leads. While it have a form somewhere, or it might even miss out, or people they just keep another link to take to another form. They create a landing page and click on the link to fill it up the form in the website. It's just a distraction, right? So keep the form visible within the landing page. Try to keep within the above the fold, or in the middle of the landing page, and keep it visible so that people can easily go and fill up the leads. And have a clear CTA. And CTA will be very different from each objective. It can be from buy now to get now to submit leads to subscribe. It completely depends upon what your objective is, right? And be very clear about what is my objective, what is my need, and have the CTA in place accordingly. CTA is nothing call to action, by the way, if you're not sure about what's the full form. And the seventh one is not everywhere used, but I highly recommend to use, if you could use it, is a social proof. That gives the confidence to a user, saying that okay, other people have used this, they have experienced the product, they have got that value. If you could communicate that value of somebody has experience, someone's reviews in your landing page. For example, 10,000 customers have bought my product, or bought my service. Like, if you could have that proof in place, that gives a little more, enhance the chances of converting a user. And close the lead with a closing argument. Like, it's a summary where it's a conclusion where you give all the details. End of that conclusion matters, saying that, to get this, fill up this form to receive that particular offer, right? If you miss that particular conclusion, the purpose of having all rest of the things will just go away, because while CTA is still in the place, it is important to conclude what you want to get out of it, right? So that the customer is understand, okay, this is what I need to do in this form. Let me go and finish it off, right? And the last one is, which all of you know, these days everybody is using smartphones. So ensure that the landing pages are optimized. It has to be viewed in mobile as well as in the desktop, or any other devices which you think your customers are primarily using, and it has to be optimized for that. So these are some of the things which you need to include for sure, which we should not miss out. And I'll also talk about some of the things which you should avoid. These are not opposites of what I've talked about in include, but these are different than others, different than things which I've mentioned about include. And I think this is also important. I'll just talk you through it in a brief. Uh, Basically, don't keep a cluttered interface where there's a lot of images around or a lot of content around and not clear to the user. Also, do not copy paste or don't just download from internet and put a random image, or like a beating around the bush. Like there's a lot of content which you can get from internet, or a lot of content which you can write by yourself, which is confusing for the user. So try to connect with the objective of the landing page, come up with images, design the images in such a way that it exactly meant or communicate the value that you are providing. The same with the content, exactly communicating the value. User should able to understand in a very simple language that this is what we are trying to convey, right? Avoid distractions in any forms, neglecting buyer concerns, right? It's a very important point. I'll talk about this a little deep. Uh, I think I've already covered that example. I'll talk about the same example, which insurance, where I, as a customer, is looking to buy a health insurance of maximum premium I can pay is 10K, right? So you're running a Google AdWords, a Google search AdWords, saying you've put a keyword saying that buy health insurance for 10K. That's your keyword, and that's your ad. Okay, and people are searching for it and see the ad saying that buy 10K insurance of premium of insurance in this from this company. And in your landing page, you talk about 10K, 15K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 75K. It's basically neglecting buyer concerns. Buyer concern is this: I want a health insurance of 10K, but when I come to landing page, it says about everything. Even it talks about a 1 lakh insurance of premium, which is not something I am concerned about. So try to keep it related to what customer concern is. While it is very difficult to uh, target that sort of a customer, to the extent possible, keep it well targeted. Next one is loading times. While this is very important, all of us will get frustrated if the landing page takes a lot of time to load. So have your landing page less time to load in terms of the way you code the website, the way the images that you put in the website, everything matters. So work with designers or work with developers or the themes that ensures it has a lesser loading time. About all your gimmicky marketing tactics, there's a lot of landing pages comes with a lot of attractive images, pop-ups, very attractive colors. All of that is just a distraction. Keep it very professional, simple, so that it doesn't feel like spammy, right? Well, you have to offer your information, also try to limit your information. That is where the copy plays an important role. Keep sharp and important copies in your landing page. Don't give an essay in the landing page. And your headlines plays a very, 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 very important role. If you crack the headlines, you are half sorted, right? So the copy of the headline is very important. Convey the value in the headline itself so that rest is easy to convert. So these are the some of the inclusion and avoid. I think some of things which I believe it's very important in the top than other things come in. So keep this in mind whenever you develop a landing page. Okay, so I think I have covered most of the landing pages. I think I'll end this webinar with one key thing, few key things which I feel is very important. While all of you are, I'm sure all of you are marketers looking to become a marketer or trying to enhance your career in marketing. While landing page is very important, it is just one part of your marketing journey, right? To make a successful marketing campaign, landing page is not only the important thing. Well, that is very important. To build that landing page, also you need to understand a lot of other things, right? To make a successful marketing campaign, every landing page is associated with a particular campaign of a particular marketing campaign. So just to summarize, there are 5 things to keep in mind whenever you work on a marketing campaign. First, define your audience. Who's your audience, right? That is the foundation of everything that you do in the rest of your marketing campaign. Define your target audience, be it age, demography, geography, whatever that it is, right? Even the behavior, try to boil down as much as possible and define that clearly in terms of the product that you're going ahead with customer to the customer that you're going. And basis that you build your content, right? Once you know who's your target audience, build your content accordingly. Content can be in terms of creative images, video, or text, anything that be, right? It has to be in promotional nature. It's not about just an information. It has to be promotional in the sense, not a 10 percentage of a 20 percentage of promotion in the sense it need to get a hook. People need, I mean, customers feel that there's a hook to go and, you know, go to that website or read about that website, or you know visiting that website and making a purchase. It has to be promotional in nature, at the same time conveying the value. The third one is the offer. Here again, the offer is not the 10%, 20%. The offer in the sense the value that you are providing to the customer. Communicate that value, develop the value in a such a way that you are communicating your content, right? The value is very important, right? The end of the day, what is that the final end value that a customer feel happy about, right? Value in the sense, I am using a mobile phone, and the value is I use it for 10 months or 2 years, and I still it works properly. It still load faster. That's the value, right? How do we communicate that value through uh, the marketing materials, right? And once you've done that, the key part is this is where the landing page comes, the promotion distribution, where you create that promotion. How do you distribute this value that created, the content that you created? And that distribution is very important because you can't just share it with somebody and ensure that it reaches. If I need to find out which are the platforms that is the right platforms for me to distribute so that I reach out to my customers clearly, right? So find out the distribution channels, basis your customers, basis the content that you want to put in, and landing page is one distribution area where distribution platforms where you can communicate your value and distribute to the users, right? And once you're done with that, you start getting your customers, or you start getting your leads, emails. And then the last thing is it's the once you got a customer or once you got a lead, that's not the end of everything, right? You nudge the user to make a purchase, or you nudge the user, you follow up the user to make a second purchase or repeat purchase, right? So you keep in touch with the user through your own channels to ensure that you keep continue deliver the value to the user. And that's what a successful marketing campaign means, that I mean, a marketing campaign will never end. It can be a short term campaign, it can be a long term campaign, it can be like fire type of campaign, it can be anything, right? But end of the day, these are the key things which I feel is very important. And takeaway is one thing: how do you deliver the value, how do you communicate the value clearly to the user, is what makes you to stand difference from competition. And the landing pages which we talked about are just a distribution platform end of the day, right? So yeah, I think that's how I want to sum it up this webinar to you. And yep, I think we are done. We can move into Q&A, Neha.
Sure. So we have few questions already lined up. I'll just bring that up. So first, we'll take up with Harish. He has which all tools can be used to manage the activity of landing page for measuring various metrics, especially for startups.
If you are using a web page, then GA is the best for startups because it comes free. So Google Analytics can be used. But if you're an advanced, if you are ready to spend money, there are many other paid measurement tools which you can use. Uh, like an Omniture, there are multiple things, with mostly paid, which I don't want to advertise here. But there are many analytical tools in market where you can buy it and use it. But widely used is Google Analytics. Free, I think that's the best thing you can make use of. You'll have most of the data in place.
Okay. The next question is: are hyperlink directed content and landing page the same?
Hyperlink related content. I'm not very clear about the question. Hyperlink linked content is nothing. Uh, it's end of the day that like, hyperlinked is to a landing page. So I'm not sure what's the question. If you could elaborate a little bit, I can answer that.
Mayuk, if you can elaborate your question, maybe Gokuldas can take that up in brief. The next question is of Dilshad. How landing pages provide fuel for other marketing channels?
Yeah. So how does it work? Is now think of an example. I'll go with the same example of insurance, where right, you're running Facebook campaigns, try getting the users to visit your website, right? And that's the max you can do by running any campaign, any sort of campaign, by getting the people to visit your website, or you're showing a number to call you them, or you're showing an email address to write to you. While how many of them will take an effort to call you, or how many of them will take an effort to write you an email, or how many of them will write an effort to purchase an insurance without knowing any details of that within through a website. Now how landing pages can do is, it's an easy platform where you can generate your leads, right? You can easily submit the customers can easily submit the lead. Now as soon as you submit the lead, you can call them up. Calling up is another marketing channel to get your sales. So landing pages can collect the lead and give it to you to make a call. It's another marketing channel. You can email them separately, you can SMS them, you can send push notifications, and you can even remarket them through Facebook ads. All of them can be done if you have an email ID or a phone number. So it can fuel up all other marketing channels.
Okay. The next question is, what type of landing page is good for B2B business? I guess Aisha Gokuldas already spoke for Harsh, I guess. It was the same question and the
Yeah.
type of landing page and the tools that can be used. So that's already answered, I would say.
Yes.
Um, can we design a poster and use it as a landing page? Single image as landing page.
I would suggest no. While there's nothing wrong in using it if you think it really makes sense in terms of the value that you're able to communicate covered in the image, you can do. But single images are ads, right? Ads have its own purpose. Ads have its own designing and style of doing it, while landing pages can will be different. End of the day, what will go wrong is if you use the same single image as a landing page, you will not have a form fill up, you will not have a proper call to action which is getting covered in the single image, right? Which kind of misses out. If you just want to use that image in one of a image in the landing page itself, which can be done as an image you can use, but can't be used as a landing page itself.
Okay. There are many questions on which paid tools of landing pages can be used. So certainly, as Gokuldas already mentioned, like on this particular platform, it won't be a right thing to give out, the best landing paid pages or the website's name. We would request you all to just Google about the same, and you will get the answer for it. But yeah, so Gokuldas, am I right, or are you gonna
Yeah,
put
yeah.
the
I think I'm I as I don't want to be promotional in nature, but
yeah?
GI is definitely the go to platform, and that is widely used. If you really require advanced analyticals, then you can kind of go and approach other parties. Yeah.
Sure, works completely. Are landing pages of a product-based company different from service-based company? I feel no, but then Gokuldas, what's your call here?
Uh, I would say yes. I would even say within service base it will differ, because like I touched upon in my slide, if you could recollect, it different from customers, it different from product to product, it different from different set of segments of customers, right? While we can use the same, I would suggest to keep it different in the sense, not the entire landing page, the different in the sense sort of communication that you use, or the images that you use, or the field that you use can be customized to that particular product or service, so that the conversion can happen easily. But otherwise the way landing page is whole can remain as it is for a product or service.
Okay, got it. So towards the last few questions that we have, are we catering, like if we are catering to different set of audience, so do we need to create multiple landing pages or customize content in the same landing page?
So customized content, if you use you can use customized content, but when you use customized content, you need to host that separately. You can't use in the same landing page, right?
Same
And
landing.
that becomes a new landing page.
Right. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Can you refer some study links about landing pages for real-time projects? Again, Bharti.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so I'll try to put a post in my LinkedIn to just give you an idea. I mean, we can try following me and see. I'll try to cover up this part maybe through a LinkedIn post. Yeah.
Sure, completely works. Okay, no worries. So Bharti, you can surely follow Gokuldas on LinkedIn. The I guess the time you type it, he'll be the first one out there, being the Swiggy marketing head. Okay, I guess we have taken up all the questions out here.
Cool.
Over one question that is left is how to start your career in digital marketing as a fresher. So Gokuldas, you being the experienced folk out here, what would you suggest to the set of freshers? Because I guess right now, major of our prospective learners, or if you see the target audience that we have, majorly is coming from 0 to 2 segment, right?
Right.
And they
Right.
all want to enter the digital marketing domain or the area.
Correct.
So
Correct.
how should they take that step forward for their career to enter this particular domain? Because as per my knowledge, we do not have PGDM and digital marketing, and we just enter that field, right? So if
Hmm.
you can just help me out there for all the learners, would be really grateful.
Sure. So I'll try and answer that. I'll talk from a very career experience perspective. I don't know how much I'll able to help you here, but my take here is this. While digital marketing is very interesting, hot space to go and while everyone wants to be in that space, I think two key things that everyone keep in the mind when you want to make a career in it. One is you should understand, or you should like marketing. You should enjoy doing marketing in your long term career. uh, while digital marketing is just a it's like a channel of marketing, right? It's just an enable for you to be part of the marketing department. End of the day, it's all about doing marketing, right? So it is just a channel, or it's just a platform to kind of reach out to customers. But if you don't know the basics, or if you don't understand who's your customer and how to communicate the value, if you're not enjoying that, then you are not the right person, right? And figure out if you are the right, if you think if you think you like marketing, you want to solve customer problems through marketing, create good content around, or create want to come up with a lot of, you are a person who can come up with a lot of ideas, you are the right person. Go ahead and start learning digital marketing through whatever the courses or whatever the platforms available in India. You are the right person. But I think that's that. I want to keep that short. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that, Gokul Das. It was real great having you. There were many questions on the topic that you took up about landing page. So that really shows that learners were really looking out for something this kind of interesting, because generally
Yeah.
we do hear about digital marketing, but not very specific to landing pages, right? So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
really engaging, and people could really ask you so many questions. So
Cool.
for all the prospective learners, I've put the link. You can submit in your candidature. You can follow Gokuldas and me on LinkedIn. We'll be more than happy to help you there. And Gokuldas, any last liner that you would want to give to our learners, and then maybe we can end up the session for a Saturday evening.
Cool. I think I already covered. I think thanks for hearing out. I think thanks for Upgrad and for hosting this opportunity. I think the key thing is in marketing is you should enjoy marketing. I think that's the only thing which I keep talking to all the youngsters who come on board on marketing. Figure out your area of interest, and yeah, that's pretty much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.